online, are you all in your PJs? And that's why your cameras are off. So good to see you. Hi, Callie. So good to see you. How are things up north?
Everything is great up here, and the trees are amazing.
Yes.
I don't know whether they're like there, but they're really changing up here.
I'm super excited to get up there and take a look at them. I've heard
Oh my
they're,
gosh.
we're reaching, what is that, peak?
Yeah, I would say it's almost peaking up here.
So beautiful. I mean, come on, this 5 minutes in our state and surrounding states is about the best time to live here. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. All right, well, let's get started by filling up some buckets. Who's got some bucket fills?
I do.
Yes, Delilah.
I want to thank Dawn. She is just amazing. A couple of months, 2-3 months ago, she just walked me through how to fill out the PA.
Yep.
I mean, I've done it when I did the training, my class, but
Yeah.
when you're doing it for real,
Yeah.
it's scary. And that girl, I called, it was late. It was late. It was maybe 8 o'clock and she was walking me through. She's just amazing. You know, I think I talked about her a lot because she is always there for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Like a bridge over, what is that?
Troubled water.
Down.
I'll sing it. Everybody join hands. Let's all sing it. Dawn Crow, she's amazing. She's going to Peru. So she will be hopping on a plane if she's not already on it yet, but she's going to Peru. How fun is that? And she's going to do like all sorts of things, hiking and pressing flowers. And she's just so, yeah, she's like gathering all of the things and putting them in books, and so excited for her. So she's going to Peru. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Where did I put my checker? Who else? Who else has some buckets that they want to fill? Who's grateful? Hi, Kathy Foley. Your hair looks great. Who wants to fill some buckets? Robert Stewart.
New agent Troy Ellison.
Yes.
I ran into a real bad pinch in my schedule, and he took some clients out and showed them a home and did a fantastic job.
Nice work.
Yeah.
Good job, Troy. If you're on, fantastic. And thank you for raising your hand. I saw that in the Facebook group that he was going to shadow you on an open.
Yeah, that went well as well. Yeah.
So glad. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. All right. What else? One more. Oh boy. There he comes. Do you really wear that to bed?
Every single night.
Whatever. Joanne. Let's fill Joanne's bucket. Let's just do that.
Just the jacket.
Just always,
Everybody-
there's the line, and it's always one step over. That's good. Hi, Jared Krenz.
Hi.
Nice to see you. Okay, one more bucket, Phil. One more gratitude. Nope, we're not going until we have one.
Can I do one?
Yeah, I would love for you to do
I
it.
mean, I just have to give a shout out to all the staff here. I mean, I'm like a month and a half in, and they have fast tracked my learning and like seamlessly still done their job without me like being too much of a disruption. And they're out there making pancakes.
Yeah. A
Like they're
big,
so excited to support you. It's really, really, really cool.
they are very amazing. Girls or ladies, y'all are awesome.
Smells so good.
I know. I just want yes. It's so good. It's so
Better when someone else makes it.
so good. Thank you guys. Appreciate you all. All right, let's take a look at Micah. Micah is joining us. So Micah just recently finished his classes. He was referred to us by Cherie Smith. So thank you, Cherie. She's probably on the ocean somewhere. And he also is going to be our part-time front desk, and he's very excited about that as well. So congratulations to Micah and welcome aboard. We are excited to have you. So when you see him, give him a big, huge woohoo. Congratulations to Hannah and to Jen G. Most recently capped. Give a big, huge shout out. Nice work. And I think Hannah did that in like 5 minutes. Not really sure. I think it was like
5 months.
5 months. Brand new agent, 5 months. So happy for her. Nice work. And then Jen G, Bless her heart. She's so amazing. She's down in Florida as well. Just talked to her yesterday. She's doing very well and is excited to be living in both states. So she's gonna be down there when it's cold, up here when it's hot. We're getting a lot of people to do that.
We're in Florida.
Don't know.
Okay.
Actually, I do know. I do know. I believe it's Fort Lauderdale.
Okay.
She's Fort Lauderdale and Cherie, I think it's Fort Myers. So, hey, we've got Florida. We're getting Florida covered,
We got the ports taken care of.
right? We only need like Orlando or what's in the panhandle.
I
Somebody,
think, isn't that where Jen G
Pensacola.
is near Destin?
who did?
Jen G.
Yeah, I thought she was, you're
I
right, I
think she's
think.
closer to Destin. I just talked to her yesterday too.
Oh, you're right. Okay,
Yeah.
totally wrong. Destin.
Destin, okay.
So we need someone in Fort Myers.
Yeah.
So we're looking for somebody, yeah, Miami. Does anybody want to go to
I'll
Miami?
volunteer.
I'll take it for the team. You're a giver. All right, and then also a huge congratulations to Tara and Nancy on your first offers. Woo! Tara, can you share with us anything about this transaction? Where'd they come from?
So they were a referral from somebody that I placed when I was recruiting.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
So inside your database, you got a referral from someone in your database. That's so cool. Nice work. Is Nancy on the screen? Sometimes she isn't, sometimes she, oh, she is. I see her. Nancy, do you want to share where this lead came from?
Yeah, actually, it is, it's kind of a funny story. Actually, it was a transaction that I had. So it was a client who, she was gonna buy an existing house, and then that kind of fell through with a bit, the inspection was a little wonky a while ago. And so that first transaction was maybe in April. Anyway, so it's a new construction build. So long story short, so Very-
Nice.
for her, yes.
And was she somebody that you knew outside of real estate?
Yes, yeah, so that was
Good.
great. Definitely from my sphere.
Congratulations, ladies. That's awesome. Super happy for you. Way to go. And then Tori, congratulations on your first closing. Big, huge round of applause. Nice work, everybody. I don't know if Tori's on. All right. So what's going on in the market center? Hi, Gail. What's going on in the market? Gail's in Florida too. We've got lots of Florida.
Yes.
You got Fort Myers covered.
Okay, Fort Myers is covered. Do I hear Tallahassee? Anybody want to do Tallahassee? Okay. What's happening in our market center? Alexis Nexus is on October 3rd at 11. So next week, Tuesday. Our first step to Bold is October 9th. That is on a Monday and it's at 9 o'clock and it's at the Rosemount Community Center. So we'll swing by Elijah's house, grab some breakfast and then head on over. Yes.
Is there another location?
Yes.
Yes.
There is a northern location up in Maple Grove.
Fridley.
Fridley? They moved it to Fridley, huh? Ooh, where is it in Fridley?
Fridley Community Center. I'll tell you, I'm signed up for it.
Okay. Yeah, so up in
I
Fridley.
just know we have a lot of agents in,
Yes.
you
in the
know,
north.
different locations, so.
On Wednesdays.
Wednesdays, okay,
Yes.
thanks.
Yep. So come on for that. If nothing else, come to the first step. It'll be a great shot in the arm. And it'll be very, very good. And I think the guy up in Fridley, his name is Hudson. Hudson Warren or Warren Hudson. It's two first names.
That one.
Warren Hudson or Hudson Warren?
I think it's Warren Hudson.
Warren Hudson.
Yeah, I'm looking.
And then, of course, we have Michael Ann down here in Rosemount. And then NAF is having our NAF Cash Lunch and Learn. We're having a lunch and learn October 10th at 12:30. Tom, you want to talk about that for one quick second?
So it's just gonna take everybody through the NAV Cash program, cash offer program. And if you do go to this, you don't have to do any of the further trainings to be licensed to make a NAV Cash offer. Plus, it's free food.
Yeah. Where is it gonna be?
It's gonna be here.
Right here. That's awesome. This is so, okay, this is totally like my kitchen. I feel like I'm in my kitchen. I have people standing in the hallway. This is how it is at my house. Like everybody grabs a plate and just stands there and eats and then goes back and grabs more. Hi, friends. We have room up here in the front. It's like church. Nobody wants to sit in the front row. Oh, goodness gracious. So much fun, so much fun. All right, so we've got a lot of great things that are happening inside the Market Center, so plug in or come on onto Zoom. If you'll notice, for those of you that are watching us online and some of you in the audience here, there are a few of us that really took PJA Day to heart. And everyone, there's going to be a contest. So anyone who is in your garb, make sure you get a picture because there will be a contest and we are voting on who is the winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Very important. All right, let's sell some properties before we move on to the next portion of our team meeting. Who has some off-market properties that they have coming up or buyers that you just can't get into a property? Let's start here.
Property in Robbinsdale. It's 4 bedrooms and 2 baths with a extra oversized 2-car garage and a 1.5 size lot. And it is gonna be under $450.
Nice.
It'll be on the market soon, but it's in without status right now.
Awesome. Awesome. I saw another hand. Ivy?
I have a duplex. If anyone has maybe a owner occupant buyer or a first time investor who's looking for not a scary purchase, it's going to be priced probably $225. And it's a 1-1 up and down. So, but the current owner's using it as a single family home. And so it's a 3-2 right now, although it has an active rental license and completely separate entrances. They leave the doors open and come and go from both of them. It's got 2 brand new bathrooms. In fact, the one upstairs is basically a luxury bathroom. And then 2 brand new kitchens. And it's got a 2-car garage as well as 2 off-street parking spots. North Minneapolis, Camden neighborhood. So pretty close to Brooklyn Center if you are looking for somebody who also wants more of like a neighborhood feel. And there's basically like no businesses within walking distance. So it's not like, doesn't feel like a lot of the typical duplexes you'd find a little bit further into the city. And whole house just painted last year, the exterior, and it's nicely updated. So we're getting that ready to go on in probably the next 7 to 10 days. So let me know if you have anybody interested.
Awesome. Good one. Yes.
2.
Okay.
Modified 2-story in bed and tidy. It's cool. It has 3 bedrooms on the top level.
I am.
And there's just a lot of custom, well thought out, one owner home update type things. There's an addition that's vaulted with a fireplace at the ceiling. There's a custom outdoor fireplace, covered grill deck, a brand new deck, like the air jetted tub, a steam shower, primary suite, 3 bedrooms on the second level. The basement is kind of unique in that it has a wood shop that is all 4 walls are block, and it has its own heating system, a fire rated door. So like someone could really have their own shop, or if we wanted to put some egresses in, we could have some more bedrooms down there too. A humidity controlled, temperature controlled wine cellar for 500 bottles of wine. Like just lots of things, right? Details. 530, 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. No bedrooms in the basement currently. Could put some down there. That one will be on this week, live at the this weekend. The other one is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo in the North Loop, River Station. And it's beautiful, updated. I just outgrew it. And that one will probably be on in 30 days or so. So, but they would be open to something prior.
What's the price point on that one?
We're going to figure that out, but probably high 30s, low 4s.
Okay.
Is that one of those, the ground level, have a little courtyard?
It looks over the courtyard. It's the 3rd level. It's Natalie Ives' house.
It's who?
Natalie Ives.
No way.
Yeah. Funny.
Small.
Apparently we know
I
this.
didn't know you were.
I know. I love our little side conversations with them.
Brooke and I know a lot of things.
We know. Yeah, it's weird.
Really?
You came up at a
Who'da
wedding
thought?
Saturday too. I know
Really?
that.
We'll talk off the record.
All right. Anybody else? Yes, Robert.
Hey, in Shoreview, it's in Shoreview School District, a 4-bed, 2-bath Rambler. It's 1,750 square feet, coming on for $350. Maplewood, 2-bed, 2-bath, could be a 3rd bedroom easily, is coming on for $300. It's a single family Rambler. In Bloomington, Rambler, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage, 1,300 square feet. That's gonna be on for 300. And West St. Paul condo, 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 800 square feet. That's gonna be on for 150. And for a buyer, I'm looking for a duplex in Richfield over to St. Paul Highland Park for up to 450.
I'll buy your Venice Heights one.
I don't have a Venice Heights one. Sure.
I'll take that one. And then thank you. I'm not kidding though. I would like that one. And then I need something in Albertville, St. Michael's schools. They'd go up to $1 million. They don't want to tell people that, but they would. It can't be new construction because they want to park a boat in the driveway or yard or somewhere. And so that's rolling out all our new construction.
Neighborhood.
What?
Find a Horton neighborhood. No rules there.
Some of them.
Do they?
Yeah, they'll still give you CIC docs. 4-bed, 3-bath. The rest of it's kind of flexible, but they want to buy and they want to buy now. St. Michael's School District. And I'm getting Rob's Shoreview one, so that's fine, but otherwise I'm looking for.
Let's just see it first.
Yeah, that's great.
Doesn't matter.
All good. What's your commitment?
I'm all in. I'm like, don't worry.
Ready?
White Bear, anything in White Bear sub 425, 2 beds, 1 bath, 1 car, like pretty flexible that way, but ready to rock.
Check with Beth Home.
I will.
And then
Is she on?
I might have somebody for you. I don't think Beth's on.
That's one of the
Okay, perfect. All right, anybody else? Yes.
I have a buyer need, anywhere in Dakota, not one near Minneapolis, but 2 kitchens. One upstairs and one in the basement. With at least 1 bedroom in the basement. 3+ bedrooms.
Dakota County, Dakota. Okay, got it. Did I?
We got one more listing. We got a new one coming on next week in Forest Lake for 420. It's 2,000 square feet in the main floor, Rambler, 3-bed, 2-bath. Could be a 3-bath. Remember? I don't know. It's got bathrooms, a couple of them at least.
Okay, we have indoor plumbing.
Yeah,
This is
indoor
very-
plumbing. Effective year built was 2003. It's a cool big house. The basement could be finished. They did a complete remodel and extended out the foundation in 03. So effective year build is 03. But there is like there's a section with mechanicals of like a 1920s foundation. So I'm not sure why they chose to keep that, but it's a cool house, big garage, 420, price fall for the area, big giant yard. So Forest Lake, really, really close to the lake, right off of like Highway 95.
So Lakeview.
Just south. Lake views from the drone, I think. If we could get on the tree, look.
Yeah.
Walk to the lake.
Yeah. Awesome. Anybody else? Going once, going twice, online?
I have a question.
Yes.
This is Adam Knutson. I'm down by Wasika. Help me to understand. I don't do housing, but help me to understand off-market opportunities. It's my understanding that once you get a listing, you have like a day or 2 to put it on the MLS.
No. So we can do withheld status inside of our 4 walls. And we can do coming soon, and I think that can stay in coming soon for up to 21 days.
Correct, yes.
21 days.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, anything else, y'all? All right.
Hey, Jen.
Yes.
Hey, it's Lisa Sorvig. Hey.
Hi.
If anybody has any buyers interested in Wisconsin, I've got 3 listings coming on here in Western Wisconsin. So New Richmond, Hudson, and River Falls. Really, really nice homes. You typically get a little bit more bang for your buck in Wisconsin, and the Packers are doing much better right now. So if anybody has anybody that wants to cross the river and explore Western Wisconsin, come talk to me because I've got some nice ones coming on that they can move right into.
Can you explain why you get more bang for your buck over there?
Yeah, that's the good thing. It's true.
Hey, you're
Yeah.
jabbing. I gotta throw something back.
So share with us the pricing and
I'm actually just giving her a really quick.
You your money goes a little bit further. Typically, you get more, the median sales price is lower, or if you're looking for a property with acreage or bigger yard, there's typically more options and you can get a little bit better pricing over in Wisconsin. Pretty much every home right now that is selling over here is coming from somebody moving from the Twin City Metro. And I'm talking to more people from the Twin Cities than ever before for so many different reasons that are looking to get out of Minnesota and look into Wisconsin because it's just a better fit for their situation.
That was
So
real
good.
Yeah,
That was
well,
real Good.
Well, this is being recorded. I'm gonna use
I
it.
know, exactly. For various reasons.
Yeah.
Not that the Packers are better at all.
Do any of yours have acreage?
They're on city lots. They're on city lots. The houses are completely updated, you know, like all new plumbing, everything's been new, windows, and they're ready to go. So they're not on acreage. However, there's lots and lots of acreage properties over here. So if you have somebody that wants an acre, 2 acres, or like a large outbuilding, there's a lot more options to pick from over here just because that's like the normal home that we see or standard home that we see.
Can I ask a quick question? For those of you that are in the parade, how's traffic been?
Not great,
No, not great?
but what's come through has been quality. It's just fewer people. I had 3 people through my last open house. One of them was a neighbor and we have that listing appointment, so.
Okay. And the reason that,
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say, the reason that I ask is I think it's like that, we may not have a lot and the ones that we have are serious. So when, and the reason that we had this conversation, Aiden and I were talking about open house activity. And she's like, yeah, it was pretty dead until I had, you know, like the last, whatever it was, 30 minutes. I had 2 people that came in and I have an appointment with one of them. I'm like, well, hey, that's all that matters, you know? So keep doing the open houses. I also have seen inside of our private group, there's more demand for open house help. So if you are, I will share with you that if you are looking, and we'll talk about this at our I'm sure, our panel, if you're looking to build business right now, open houses are a great way to do that. So if you do it effectively, like the 7th level open house, not just walk out there with a sign and then sit and watch the Packers or the Vikings. Did you know the Wild play? Because that's all that matters.
It's the preseason, right?
Yeah, it sure is, and we won. Just saying. Okay, so let's get our managing broker, Alexis, awesome Alexis, come share with us some of the things you're seeing and how we can best protect our clients.
We all shaking wild when she comes in.
Okay.
There's a lot. We all know things have changed, things are changing. They always change though, right? Like is our industry ever really stagnant or consistent? No, I mean, the only thing is we list houses, we sell houses, we write purchase agreements, contract language changes. Something I want to mention that I have been encouraging a lot of the agents in our market center to actually pursue code of ethic violation claims. And Kathy Foley and I worked together on a situation she encountered. And normally, I would say historically, I've always been someone that's like, maybe it's not worth the effort. Maybe it's not worth the work of actually pursuing those claims because like what can really happen, right? You have a bad deal with another agent, you feel that they've been unethical, and is it really worth pursuing? I actually have switched and I am very much on the side of we need to hold our industry accountable. And if we don't, nobody else is or will. Okay. And there is so I'm going to share Kathy's story just so you can understand. I know lots of agents have let a scenario like this go, and I'll share with you the outcome. She had a buyer under contract, showed them many homes, wrote offers with that buyer multiple times. That buyer has a family property that was being listed or being discussed to be listed with another agent. That agent came into the family property, totally
just like a partial ownership situation. The buyer was in the heir to the property. And that agent essentially said, I can help you buy a home. I can show you homes. I can basically attempted to earn that buyer and solicit the business. Kathy was made aware of it and basically said, stop. I have them under contract. Stop. You are being inappropriate. This is not ethically correct. That agent was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't done anything wrong. Flippant attitude, no responsibility being taken. The buyer did end up choosing that other agent to work with. So Kathy lost the buyer and Kathy filed an ethics complaint. And she just got the results and it was awarded in her favor that agent acted unethically because Kathy had them under contract and Kathy attempted the whole time we were working through this. She's like, how do I best communicate with this other agent to explain why they are acting unethically? And Kathy was coming from the position of, am I wrong? Am I being appropriate here? Am I being too aggressive or too demanding? And if any of you have talked to me, I'm a fierce defender of what I think is right and appropriate. And I like to use like a velvet hammer. And that's what we talked about. And she communicated clearly and they did find in her favor. They unfortunately only gave her 1 hour of CE and a letter in her file. Right, it's okay, but here's the deal, you guys. We know we are having less than positive interactions with other agents within the industry. And the more we take it upon ourselves to do that, because I think she probably spent a couple hours putting her case together, submitting it, and then it was about an hour at the hearing. I'm sure she spent a lot more time being upset about it and a lot more time thinking about it. But in reality, that person has a letter in their file, because I know for me, I don't have a letter in my file and I'm proud of that. And no one's ever told me I have to take more CE and I'm proud of that. And I think as we progress in our industry, we're holding more people accountable and those things are starting to show up. If someone else, if that agent doesn't correct their behavior and there's a secondary action taken against that person, and there are other people in this room right now that I am encouraging to file ethics complaints. And I'm doing it more so because I think it's going to benefit our industry and hold everyone accountable. Robert.
Yep, I'll talk to you about that.
You know what?
Let's just let it go.
I really don't want you guys to just let it go. I think we are at a pivotal point in our industry to start really we do what's right. We are highly ethical. And if someone files something against you, I will be there to support you through it. And our entire market center is there to support you through it. But if we don't do this, we are not doing our industry and the service that it really owes, because we are our own police. Yes, Mom.
Did she get any of the commission?
No, it wasn't so let me good question. So there are two different types of disputes that you can file. And one is a procuring cause dispute, which is a commission dispute. And the other one is an ethics complaint. Most people are motivated by procuring cause because it means you might get money. And the ethics one is just about, you need to do it better. Hey, I'm an agent, you're an agent, you should do it better. So it had nothing to do with money. It was about ethically, that agent did something wrong, and ethically they needed to be scolded, and they were.
If the buyer goes with the other agent and they show them the house, they automatically have procuring cause, even though they're under contract with the other.
If Kathy showed that buyer any homes and they bought any of the homes that Kathy showed them, she would have the opportunity to pursue procuring cause. If that agent shows new houses that Kathy did not show, in my personal experience, procuring cause doesn't mean anything. Yes.
Just kind of lost my train of thought, but I'll come back.
Okay.
So the penalty to that other agent was 1 additional hour of CE and a letter in her file. And Kathy got a high five.
Essentially.
You got double high fives.
Yeah.
I mean, you still have to do it, right? I'm just curious.
Yeah, but
Gail, I was thinking the same thing as you, which is like, there's zero monetary.
There's zero monetary.
But is there
You guys-
But we have to look past that.
Did you hear my story, right?
Yeah, you're. And while I have your attention, I want to tell you how much I appreciate it.
Oh, thank
For
you.
doing this.
Thanks.
Because not everyone will be willing to get in the trenches, do the dirty work. So thank you for.
Yeah, well, brokers, I won't do that, but, no, that's, with that though, it's like, so she got a letter on her record. Is there any sort of like 3 strikes and you're out type of thing, or what?
There are compound effects to having more than one ethical violation on your file. Yes, it increases over time or increases over experience.
And then 3, it's a hand.
Starts with the finger and it's the hand, and it's the shoulder.
Right.
No more contracts for you.
I will say that the panel, we have to remember, you guys, any one of you could serve on the panel of our peers.
I am on the professional standards committee, and it feels like this year the hearings are down. I'm sure we'll hear the
Not
exact.
if I have anything to do with it.
I'm with you.
So Alexis heard, she's on it now.
Who's ready? Who's in line next? Let's go. And guess what? Guess what? I did not go with Kathy. She went by herself. And that's what I've understood the panel prefers, is that they want the agents to advocate for themselves. But I did advise her, and we talked the night before, the morning of, leading up to it, putting the stuff together. There is a support. You are not dependent on me. And there is a support, just like when you have an arbitration issue or a small claims court issue or a contract issue. I'm not doing the work for you, just there, cheering you on, supporting you. Yes.
Well, the bottom line is, if you do an open house and someone comes in there and you say, are you working with an agent? They go, yes. But you show them the house and they want to buy it. You say, well, that's okay. I can write the offer. You can buy it for me, because they can't, then you get paid and they could,
They'd have to file procuring cause against you.
Yeah. And but I'm just.
We gotta remember what buyer agency contract is. The buyer's contract with you is to pay you. So if they go buy with someone else, this happens in Wisconsin. Look at the case law over there. They just go sue the freaking buyer.
Yeah.
So we could do that too as agents. You
Well,
can sue the buyer, they owe you.
My story is I have justified procuring cause with my buyer. They went and bought with someone else a home that I did not show them. I got nothing. Even though when you look at the identification of what procuring cause is, it doesn't say you showed them the house. That's not like the definition of procuring cause. However, that's how we interpret it in the state of Minnesota anyway. And my recourse in my scenario was I got $0 from the other agent, and I can sue the buyer.
Yeah.
So, and that is our recourse. But here's the deal, you guys. Code of ethics holds us to the standard that we will not solicit business from a client that is under contract with another agent. Now, you all go out and do your business the way you decide to ethically do your business, because I did not file an ethics complaint against the agent that violated the ethics code. I filed a procuring cause case and they're different. They are not the same. And the panel doesn't say, you don't get any money, but we see an ethical issue, we're going to then elevate it to an ethical issue. I have to go actually file a separate case with ethics. They're different, they're separate. Doesn't matter what my opinion is on that or what any of you think about that, because it just doesn't work in any way other than that.
Can you file both?
Yes, I can. I still can if I want to. Yes.
So are you going to, since you're just advocating for us to do it?
We're enough. We're gonna move on.
Yes. I'm happy to talk to you about it. It's bigger than that. Just to touch on real quick, next Tuesday is the Alexis Nexus. It's Tuesday at 11 o'clock, 11 to 12. I just want to reintroduce the concept of that, because in the summer we didn't have one the day after Labor Day. We didn't have one on the 4th of July. And so we had a little bit of a lull. The whole point of that session is for us to all get together and talk about what's going on in the market. What are we experiencing? Stats, just to help your business. That is the whole intention of that meeting. So everyone's invited, and it's a high level conversation around what's going on, what are we seeing, and I attempted to bring a ton of value. And then immediately following at 12:30 today, we have a panel.
And if you're on the Zoom, we're gonna start a new Zoom, I would imagine, right? So that the team meeting, yes,
Sure we
I
are.
was gonna make that, we are gonna start a new Zoom. So you get off the team meeting Zoom and then you jump on the panel Zoom. We have some amazing people that are gonna be on the panel that are going to talk to you about what is keeping their business going right now at a granular level. Okay, so not like high level, like I lead gen every day. What does that mean? Okay, so we're gonna dive down, we're gonna get granular. So I really encourage you all, and I wanna reiterate, you're hearing a lot of this, like, let's get back to business, sign up for Bold, participate in Bold. We need to stay active to keep your businesses going. We all need to hold ourselves accountable to doing that. And the purpose of this panel after today's team meeting is to share with you value so you can take back to your business and apply it immediately if it's something that resonates with you, okay? So if you look at yourself, today's activities show up approximately how many days from now? 90 days, right? So 90 days from now, when you look in the mirror and you're like, I got nothing to do and no business, maybe you should have been at the panel, right? 90 days after Bold starts, same thing. I should have been at Bold, right? You need to sign up to stay active. You need to hold yourself accountable to stay active and productive in this industry. And I just am strongly encouraging you to be there. I want to hold you all accountable to showing up and being there because it matters for you and your business and your bottom line, the paycheck at the end of the day, right? Your productivity. So I look forward to seeing you all there.
Hashtag Velvet Hammer.
Velvet Hammer. Awesome. I see things in the chat, guys, but I can't see them because my brain.
Will the panels Zoom be the same link?
Okay. Yes,
Will the
that would
panel
count.
session be recorded?
Yep, sure will. Yep.
And the Zoom link is in the calendar.
And Hannah reply.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. All right, everybody, in the room, stand up and turn to the person on your right. And if you don't have anybody on your right,
Are we turning away from everyone?
turn to the person on your right. And I want you to give them 2 heartfelt compliments. 2 heartfelt compliments.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, so here's what we're gonna do for the next, let's see, 5, 10, 15 minutes. For the next 15 minutes, we are gonna talk about choosing happy. Okay, we're gonna choose happy. At Mega Camp, we had a great discussion around this, great training on this, and I've been studying it. And can I just say how much I love Alexis? She's like a yin and the yang, right? Like she'll call me and she'll be like, "We're gonna fight this," and I'm like, "Let it go." Go through some business. And we need that. You guys need that. It's like when I try to be that person, I'm just not that person. I'm just not. And you are amazing, and I adore you, and I'm so grateful for you. So thank you. All right, so get out a pen and paper. If you don't have anything to write with, I have a stack of paper here. We'll just pass it back to you. Online, I highly encourage you to take some notes, and we're also going to be doing an activity. So Sean Aker wrote a book, and it was called The Happiness Advantage. Highly recommend it. If you have not Amazoned that, oh, that's the money train.
The money train. I wonder who it is.
I don't know. I've got the baby train up here and you've got the money train back there. So between the both of us, we're going to just grow, all of us. So today we're going to choose happy. And I know that sometimes it comes across as puppy dogs and lollipops and woo-hoo, yet there is science behind this, and it's a true statement. You can choose happy in the midst of anything. So I will tell you, this all really resonated for me as my dad was suffering with pancreatic cancer. Don't, like choose happy. This is not the happy story. And yet there is happy in this. Every day he and I would find one thing that day to focus on that was happy, something, whether it be a visitor that showed up, really good food that somebody brought to us. You run the gamut. Towards the end, it wasn't so great, but it was like, okay, well, you didn't puke 14 times, you only puked 2. But you find things that are happy and you focus on that. Our brain is a muscle. And just like we work out every day for our physique, we must work our brain. Okay. So choosing happy, it's a real thing. And in a shifted market, there is nothing more important than your brain. Because your skill set, this is very strategic. We fed your food, we fed your body with breakfast. We're feeding your soul right now with mindset. And then we're going to feed you with skills right after this. So that when you walk out of here, you will have a
Well-rounded.
thank you, experience that you can take into your day. Thank you, Elijah, throwing me that life preserver. All right, so number 1, happiness leads to success. It's not the other way around. So there's going to be 5 points that we're going to cover. Happiness leads to success, and it's not the other way around. Interestingly enough, we all think, have you ever said this? I'll be happier when I'm 10 pounds later. I'll be happier. I'm going to be so happy when this deal closes.
Okay, that's true though.
A little bit of that.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so happy when I get this listing. Oh, when I get these buyers into a purchase agreement, I'm going to be so happy. Like we say these things, and I will challenge us. Choose to be happy, and then those things show up. It's a weird, it's changing the way that you think. And so it takes work. It takes work. So the list is endless. Research, however, shows that happiness is not a result of performing better. In actuality, happiness gets you to perform better. So 90% of our success is not determined by any outcome externally. It's actually the way that our brain processes what happens in the external world. So how do we choose to look at it? Do bad things happen? Yeah, every single day. They do. And when you choose, though, to look and find and seek the good, more good does show up. 75% of our job successes are predicted by our optimism level, our social support, so who you surround yourself with matters, and then our ability to see stress as a challenge, as an opportunity. Jared's favorite word that he always tells me, I have an opportunity. This is an opportunity instead of a threat. So when you work with that client, that you're getting that feeling of like dread, like this is a therapy having a session right now. When you have that, sometimes it might be the universe telling you that you gotta let that baby go.
Violent ethics. No.
And okay, so we're gonna stick to our time. Sorry. When I hit my goal, I'm gonna be happy. When I get the listing, I'll be happy. When I get to the closing, I'll be happy. See, every single business outcome improves when we're happy, not creates our happy. In fact, 31% of more, when you are in a positive place, you are 31% more productive. You are 37% better at sales, and doctors are 19% faster and more accurate with their diagnoses when they are in a positive mindset. This means that we can reverse the effects of how we think, and we can reverse the successes or lack thereof of what we're experiencing. It's a real thing. So think of it this way. The most successful people Don't look at happiness as some distant, far off goal to achieve. Or they grind their way through the days on neutral or negative. I have to do this. I have to do that. I have to do this. I get to. Guys, we get to be part of somebody's experience that's the happiest time and sometimes the most stressful times in their lives. We get to. They're the ones that capitalize on the positive and reap the rewards every single time. So Sean Aker, I highly encourage you buy that book or listen to it on what's that called?
Audible.
Thank you, Audible. Okay, so here's the cool thing. Choosing happy can be taught. For those of us that have little people in our worlds, if we do this, this will set them apart and get them on the path to success way faster than accelerated algebra. How do we do it? Well, we do these things. We find our quiet, meditate or prayer time. Then we anticipate something to look forward to. Have you ever had the I'm leaving for Kauai in like 72 hours thought? Have you ever, yes, have you ever had that I'm leaving for Lambeau in a couple of days and I'm going to the thing and all the things, right? You actually can, if you focus on that, you can start feeling your body get happy, like get excited. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Commit to the conscious acts of kindness. This is super fun, especially right now. It's super fun all year long, and right now it's super duper fun. Super duper. Surround yourself with positivity. It is not all puppy dogs and lollipops. Yes, actually it is.
Like that.
What if it were?
I like a little more carrot than stick anyway.
I know you do. Okay, exercise, move your body, move your body. And then spend money on experiences, not things, then practice what you're good at. Practice what you're good at. So, I gotta move fast. What are you good at? Oh, let's go back here. What are you good at? We have a lot of tools. What are some things, some tools that you can utilize in our world that will help us determine what we're good at or where we're going to feel most fulfilled? What would be a tool inside of Keller Williams?
GPA.
Good job. GPA. Nice work. What else? So outside of Keller Williams, is there any other?
Enneagram.
Enneagram. What else? DISC. What else? StrengthsFinder. Have you taken your StrengthsFinder assessment? This is a great assessment that can work with you on helping you determine what fulfills you. The 6 Types of Working Genius. It's a great book by Patrick Lencioni. He's awesome. There are tools everywhere in our world that can help us articulate to ourselves our strengths. And then when you figure out those strengths, like if you are a lion, be a lion. And if you're a tiger, be a tiger. Be the best dang tiger you can be, and don't try to be a lion.
What if I'm a zebra?
Be a zebra. Strap on
I
a
want those lions or tigers.
or bears. Oh my. Okay. Part 3. Number 2. We'll get to number 3 really quick, I promise. Number 2, change your performance by changing your mindset.
Been scientifically proven.
It has been scientifically proven. What's a bold law that actually kind of sounds like this?
Change the way you look at things and the things you look at change.
We do have.
We do have, I mean, we could all just go on. It could be a diatribe of things. Change the way you look at things and the things you look at change. Change your thinking, change your world. Okay.
No pressure, no diamonds.
No pressure, no diamonds. Okay, it's not, I promise it's not a commercial for Bold. And yet it's true. You can change your performance by changing your mindset. How much % of success is mindset?
90.
90% of success is mindset, 10% is skill set. So when we think our challenges are opportunities to be curious, to learn, or to adjust, then our mindset shifts, don't say that fast, from the negative into the positive, because it allows us to gain control. So whenever somebody calls me or talks to me about a deal that has just blown up, or a listing that they just lost, or a buyer that they've just heard that lost their, anyway, when they have a difficult situation, can anyone tell me what do I usually say?
Bless their heart.
Only for you.
Bless their heart.
Okay, you cried for 30 seconds. Move on.
Oh, yeah.
What do you say, Jen?
I asked, well, what'd you learn? What'd you learn? Because it's a pattern interrupt. What did we learn? Because we can only control that which we decide to control inwardly.
That's what you say second. And then you do say set a timer. You can have so much time to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
5-minute.
5-minute funeral. And then suck it up. Let's go.
Let's go,
It's
buttercup.
true though. It's true. So always think that. What did I learn? What did I learn? Having fun now makes you more productive later. Make time for fun. 100% transparency. This one hit me in the heart. And Jimmy always reminds me about it. He's like, you never calm down. Like just pump the brakes, Sally. Calm it down. He doesn't say that to me. He's like, hey, babe. Yeah, he doesn't. He's super sweet. He knows that wouldn't work with me. He would say things like, maybe we could just sit. Do you want to go for a drive? These are his keywords to be like, pump the brakes, Sally. Come off the ceiling.
Do you want to go for a drive?
And when you're having fun, right, it makes you more productive later. So, yeah. Okay, so do, what did you learn? Have fun. Remember that having fun makes you more productive later. It's a gentle reminder to stop and appreciate life, to immediately stop that. So, if we drill down, let's just say we're super bored, super duper bored with lead gen. Ever been a time when you're like, nope, don't want to do this anymore. Don't want to send those notes. I'd rather just not. Let's get that out of the system and be creative about sending more emails. No, let's just figure out how to send the notes. What's holding us back from sending the handwritten notes? Drill it down. So Holly and I have coached together for many years. And back in years ago, I want to say, I don't remember the day. It was a long time ago. And I always be like, well, how are you doing on your goal? Your goal was 8 this week and you did 5. And it wasn't working. It became a negative. We changed the word number to families. And that was it. That was the defining moment that it changed in her mind, because numbers don't work for her, families do. Thinking about little Johnny and little Susie getting into the bedrooms that they desire, the family that gets into the school district that they choose, the one that has the backyard that has the playground in it, that works. So drill it down. What is this doing? And if that doesn't work for you, because it may not work for everyone, that doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It means that it just doesn't work for you. So what might work for you is, by doing this, it's allowing me to achieve this for my family. This is going to allow me to invest for my future. This is going to allow me to take that shackle of that debt off. Okay. So drill it down. Remember to drill down on the task at hand to find out why. Whatever you're doing now serves a greater good when you focus on that. So, number 3, I'll send that up. I made all these.
They're so good.
I know. Number 3, train your brain to capitalize on possibilities. Do you all remember it was February of 2022, maybe? We came back from family reunion and Jared and I came up here and we said, hey, everybody, a shift is happening. Seek out the opportunities. Because they are out there. And when you are in a shifted market, in a changing market, 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2, 1 + 1 can equal 10. Because the other agents are retreating and going to the cabin, or sitting in their room, or going on Indeed, or doing something. So in an effort to improve, sometimes we get stuck in seeing all the things that aren't working. I will share with you on the KPA, that optimism scale, when you look at that optimism scale, just be noticed, just be cognizant, just know it, just be aware of it. There is the positivity, and then what's on the other end?
Realism.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so where do you fall on that line? It's important to know.
Yeah.
It's important to know. And yeah, it's so I'll use us as an example if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so Jared's super high on the optimism. I know that's shocking to everyone. And I am not.
Bucket of water.
So he always says, I walk around with a bucket of water on all of his ideas. Now, here's.
Really got it.
I can see things that he might miss in the future. Like, well, if we do this, there's a potential for this to happen. He'll be like, oh, it's all gonna work out. I'm like, we're literally going off the cliff right now. And you're like, but we can fly. In the same sense, however, I'll be like, the entire world is falling apart around us. And we're like, oh, no, it's not. It's not. Let's figure out the opportunities. Okay, so if you know yourself, know thyself well, using that KPA, just know if you're stuck, either it's because you need to just pull yourself out and be like, not everything is broken. Not everything. We actually do have some things in our lead gen pipeline that are working really well. You don't need to reinvent everything. You might need to tweak some stuff. The more we notice positivity, the more we think positively. So our expectation for a favorable outcome, he is always right. Write that one down. It's 12:26. Jared is always right. When he says like it's all going to work out, it just does. I want to punch him sometimes, and it does work out. So it's a skill, guys. It's a skill in our brain. And I know that we think it just happens and it's a feeling, and we don't like to talk about feelings. I don't like to talk about feelings. Sorry, I just have to make sure my kid's not having a baby. I don't want to have to talk about feelings either. Like, I want to talk about metrics. Let's measure it. Does it? And this is actually measurable. It's real stuff. So train our brain just like any other muscle, right? Like if we're going to go lift, we're going to incrementally add weight, right? To our squats. So we have to then also think, what are we doing for our brain? Because if your brain is mushy and your butt is tight, it's only going to take you so far. Write that one down. That could be
Beans original, right?
Either goes. It's a pattern interruption. I'm like, is anybody listening to me? I promise you. Okay, so then, yep, that's there. Oh, it's a great book. Read the book. Number 4, focus on small, manageable wins. Okay, I do this a lot in coaching, and yet y'all should do this. So remember when we do our business planning clinic and we talk about our big, hairy, audacious goal for the whole year, and then we break it down in our quarters, right? And we do a plan, 20, 30, 30, 20. So we take that 100 units and we break it down into 20%, 30%, 30%, 20%. And then we take that even down further and that even down further and that even down further to where you know how many people you want to talk to every day. That's what I mean by this. Because that builds your momentum. So I know it seems counterproductive because there's that whole book called Eat That Frog. And it says, do the hardest thing first. Yes, it is true. When you do the hardest thing first, then you feel like, woohoo, I can sail through the day. If you're in overwhelm or burnout or negativity, sometimes that doesn't work. So then let's do the little things first. Let's do the little things first, and that will give us momentum to go forward. Early successes is going to give us a shot at dopamine. Dopamine does 2 things. It's the center for feel good in your head, a dopamine hit. It also, though, is the center that opens up your learning inside of your brain. I know, right? So when we hit that dopamine, dopamine makes you happier, and it also turns on all the learning centers inside of your brain. Number 4, focus on the small manageable wins and celebrate them. It's a repeated exercise. So when you're celebrating the fact that you accomplished what you set yourself out to do, then you want to do more of it. Have lost stock. Okay, last but not least, number 5, who you surround yourself with matters. It actually is the single most important and greatest asset that we have. Who you surround yourself with matters. So, have you ever heard that saying about garbage magnet? What's that, Bold Law? Complaining is a garbage magnet, right? That's the more that you get. So, who you surround yourself with. If it is a Debbie Downer, remember Saturday Night Live for all of us that are a little bit older, and Debbie Downer was the one that was like sitting around the table and they'd be talking and all of a sudden she'd just interject like a super negative thing. Okay, don't be a Debbie Downer. Don't be a Debbie Downer.
You know where that comes from? My mom says it all the time.
Yeah.
Well, people like my whole childhood, she said like Debbie Downer, and I always wondered where it came from.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah. Okay, so I'm cool. So Ivy's mom says that is something. Yeah, it's actually something.
Yeah.
If you Google YouTube Debbie Downer, it's hysterical. Yeah, you'll enjoy it. Okay, so when the going gets tough, many people find it too easy to withdraw. So we talk about this a lot at our executive leadership team. When agents are checked out, we really want to check in on you because one of two things is happening. Either you're so busy and we want to celebrate with you, or there's something funky happening and you're sitting at home. And so people will tend to withdraw. They go inward and they isolate themselves because they want to protect themselves from having any other negative experiences. So they sit at home and they watch Netflix. So reach out. Now, conversely, when you do reach out, it infuses energy in you. So be present with the people around you in your world. Who do you love? Who's in your inner circle? Talk to those that you work with. Express gratitude, which is why we started this whole thing with complimenting each other. Immediately when we did that, did you feel the energy in the room? It was like chatty Cathy's, a bunch of you all talking and connecting. It was so beautiful. So expressing gratitude and recognizing them is super important. Okay, here's our challenge. That's not it. Did I double? I did this. Okay, there we go. So here's our challenge, everybody. According to Sean Aker, there are 5 things we are well, I'm choosing 3 and you can do the whole 5 if you want. For 21 days from today ends on October 17th. Our second step to bold is October, I think 19th. So then we're going to get into the whole like snap your bracelet, do all of the things so we can stop this. If you choose the challenge, you can choose to do these things. And I promise you, it will change your outlook. In just 2 minutes, 21 days in a row, it can rewire our brains. And when it does that, it'll allow us to work more productively, more positively, and more successfully. So the first thing is, my kids will laugh at me. Write 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 new things that you're grateful for every day for 21 days. So right now on your blank piece of paper, write down 3 things that you're thankful for. It doesn't matter what it is. You can start out small. Write 3 things that you're grateful for. That's called your 3 gratitudes. Number 2 is called the doubler. The doubler is your brain doesn't know if things are actually happening or if you're just saying them again in your head. So in the last 24 hours, you think of something that happened that was super positive, whatever it is, and you journal about that. Bullet pointing why it was super positive in your world. It allows for your brain to relive that experience twice. So it doubles it. It doubles that dopamine hit. Okay. The doubler. And then number 3, conscious acts of kindness. When opening up your inbox every morning, before you start looking at all of your emails or replying to any of the questions that are inside there, send an email to someone, encouraging them, complimenting them, showing gratitude to them. When we do these 3 things, now there's 2 other ones. There's an exercise one, and there's another one. It's a total of 5. I can send that out to you. Oh, it's the Fun 15. So it's exercising for 15 minutes and then meditation or prayer. When you do these things, you will rewire your brain for positivity and towards success. I highly encourage you to do this. So if you'd like to join the challenge with me, I'm super excited to see all of the emails that go back and forth and the compliments and the showing of gratitude towards each other. And the reliving of positive experiences, not the negative ones, the positive experiences that have happened to you in the previous 24 hours. Questions, comments, concerns, ahas? Good. Hey, I appreciate you all. Now that we have fed your body and you're on a little bit of a carb coma because of the pancakes, hopefully we have fed your soul. Now we're gonna feed your mind with a skill set. Mindset is 90%, 10% is skill set. Bring up the panel and rock on. Do you need me to do anything? Oh, we need to get off and get back on. Is that what we need to do? Yep. Everybody online, get onto your link for your panel. And hop on back in here. Give you 30 y'all in a minute. See y'all in a minute. Okay, can I show you something? Yes. Are they my girls?
So I keep telling you, I laminated.
Good job. I'm taking a picture of it. All right.